Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another glorious day here in Ohio. We've had a pretty good summer. We didn't have any rain in July. I don't know if it rained once in July. I mean, like a little sprinkle, but nothing to, I don't think there was much accumulation. I guess I could find out. It's just not really that important to me. I lost my train of thought. I just wanted to open up this video first by saying thank you to everyone that purchased handles off me out of this last batch. Most of the handles sold out within hours. It was nuts. I did that live feed on YouTube and they were gone. So I think there's a couple double bits left and maybe some of the 19-inch handles, but everything else sold out real quick. Alright, so this is a Stihl MS-880. It is the biggest chainsaw Stihl makes. I don't remember the specs on it. You can Google it. Most everybody knows what this thing is. I bought it with a 24 or 25-inch bar on it. That's how it came. And it's a freaking monster. I mean, this saw is just insane. My intentions for this saw, I actually do have intentions. I would like to mill some lumber. I not like build a dimensional lumber. I want to mill some slabs out of certain wood. You know, just to have the ability to mill up a beam or something. So you need a powerful chainsaw for that. And the time to buy the powerful chainsaw is not when you're ready, right when you want to do the project. It's best to have the tools, and then when the opportunity arises, you're prepared to do the job. So that's why I have an MS-880. That and the writing's on the wall. Stihl is either eventually going to take this model to that auto tune or whatever they call that, where it's got the electronic stuff in it, or they're going to go to fuel injection. I don't want either one of those right now. I wanted to get this saw before it gets destroyed. So that's why I have an 880. I have played with it a little bit with the 25-inch bar on it. I have cut some wood up with it, just for fun, just to run it, get some time on it, and break it in a little bit. And the thing's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna put this bar on it now, mainly because I want to see what it looks like. I don't know when I'll have any time to mill anything. Sorry guys, my shop's a mess. I'm in the middle of doing a lot of things at once. So, anyways, I don't know when I'll have time to mill. But if I get an opportunity, what do you guys see down there? If I get an opportunity, I'd like for this thing to be ready to go. I don't really need this for cutting any firewood, so I'm not worried about. Oh, no. Not worried about having to switch this bar back. Oh, I thought those were encapsulated. Back this off a little. This saw is such a monster. It's such a monster. Clean that out. I'm not prepared for this. Should have had a nail set up to hang this on. Well, one thing's for sure, it's oiling. Take this out and blow it off a little bit. So, a trend here in Ohio, I don't know what it's like in your part of the world, so comment down below, but somehow people associate the size of the chainsaw by how long your bar is. And I don't understand. I guess folks in Ohio never got the memo that you can change the bars. They're not permanent. You can put whatever bar you want on that chainsaw. Anyways, guys here in Ohio like to run 16 to 18-inch bars. That's normal. A couple of the tree cutter guys I've seen even I don't think they have 20-inch bars. And I'm not knocking that. Do what you want. But I'm on Bucket's team when he says stand up and buck. So I want 24 and longer on my chainsaws because I want to stand up when I buck. My back hurts too much to bend over. This thing's going to be super heavy. I should put the bar on upside down to drive the trolls insane. Okay, this is going to be... That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Nothing like a brand new chain. Should turn the camera off while I fight with this. I know there's probably a trick to this. I have not figured it out yet. You guys with more experience than me are probably laughing right now. Look at this. My chainsaw experience is somewhat minimal. Most of the wood I've cut has all been for recreational. I figured it out. Meaning campfires and stuff like that. This is the first house that I've owned that has a fireplace. So this is the first time that I've cut wood to heat my home with. Oh, they got me. That chain is nowhere near long enough. Wah, wah, wah. Maybe that's why it was so cheap. I wonder what they did. Alright, well, we got to wrap this video up with disappointment. So the chain's not long enough. I'll have to go get I'll have to go get them to cut a longer chain or splice that one up or whatever they do. I'm not sure how they would have missed that. They had the bar. Would have thought that they would have checked it before they threw it in the box and said it was good. So anyways, I wanted to real quick while we were talking chainsaws, I wanted to talk about my lineup of chainsaws. You know what? I forgot one. Let me go get it. Okay, so I guess I'll do this in order somehow. This is my Husky 455 Rancher, and I bought this I don't know how many years ago. I can't remember. It's been a couple years, and it's been a great saw. It's got a 20-inch bar on it. It runs good. It always starts. Excuse me. And it's always cut everything I needed to cut. The problem is at the time I had not even owned this property, nor did I cut wood for firewood to heat. It was just for recreational. There was 2 incidents where I ran into that this saw was not big enough to tackle the job. I got it done, but it took a very long time, and it was a lot of labor. That's kind of a unique situation that doesn't always come up. So this saw really is good for most things that I do. However, if you can have more power, why not have more power? So I do like this saw, and I keep it around. Most of the time, this is a saw that's on my tractor when I go out in the woods to cut trails. It's great for that. It's great for quick cleanup, falling small trees, all that stuff. It's nice to have this saw. Is there really buy one saw to do everything? I don't know if that's possible. I guess it is. I don't know. It's nice to have the lighter weight, when you don't need as much power. So I grab that saw often. So, excuse me. When I moved out here, I wanted to upgrade my saws. So the first saw I bought was the Stihl 461. And I bought 2 bars for it, a 28-inch and a 32-inch bar, because I wasn't sure which one I would like better. On that saw, 28-inch feels about right to me. It's a good balance for me. I still need some practice with that longer bar, felling trees, but I need practice felling trees anyway. But this is a great saw. Runs good, always starts. That's probably all the saw I would ever need. I could probably sell every other saw here and just use this saw, and it would get me by on everything, including probably milling some lumber. I could probably mill lumber. Well, I know I could. I've seen a famous YouTuber we all know, the one that shall not be mentioned. I've seen him mill with it, but I don't want just one saw. I mean, that's cool if you could just get by with one saw, which you could, but life is too short to not experience other saws. So the next saw I bought was the Husky 372, which is the equivalent to that 461, basically. Boy, that light's really bleeding. Let's shut these doors. Sorry for that delay. All right, so the 372, it's basically the equivalent of the 461. I did buy this used. Luckily, I found it luckily on eBay for a reasonable price with a bar and chain. That's a 24-inch bar. It did not have the wrap handle. I added the wrap handle. I took a chance on it, and I'm glad I did. The saw runs amazing. This saw is, I love this saw. I don't have a favorite, guys, really. I do, but I don't. When I go saw, either one of these two saws are what I want to run. You know, most of the time I'll take both of them out. I don't have any brand loyalty. The Husky sounds better, but I'm working on fixing the 461 to make it sound better. I ordered a bark box from West Coast Saws, so we'll see if that comes. I also added, while we're talking about adding stuff, I added the full wrap bar on the 461. It did not come with that. Anyways, I love both these saws. I haven't run either one of them enough to tell you if one's more powerful than the other. I don't know. They're both rated close to the same, so they're both great saws. So I got those two saws, and really that's all a man needs. You got a backup saw for if one goes down while you're trying to cut up some lumber or firewood or whatever. That's all you really need. Well, then I stumbled on the Farmer Tech stuff and wanted to give it a shot because of the price point. Those things are so cheap. I wanted to see real world homeowner use, how well one of these saws would hold up. So I bought the 660 because you can't buy a Stihl 660 anymore. It's that auto tune garbage, and I don't want that. I shouldn't call it garbage. I just don't want it. So I bought this, and I had my 32-inch bar on it. So I put my 32-inch bar on it, and that thing runs amazing. That saw's awesome. Runs, starts every time, cuts really well. It's plenty of power. Fit and finish wise, you can't tell the difference between that and a Stihl other than it's blue. Great saws especially for the money. I think that thing was. I think it was like right around $300. I don't remember, but I think you can get them right now for $350 shipped to your door. It's so hard to beat that. Great saw. So I took a chance on that. Loved it so much. I went back and bought this little guy, which is the G111, which is the Stihl 200T. I don't know. It's the real popular Stihl top handle. Carbureted version. That saw is so freaking awesome. I use that saw out of all these saws. I use that one the most, literally, because I'm 9 times out of 10 I just want to go cut up something real quick to get it out of the way, or the goats are clearing an area, and I'll grab that saw and it gets the job done. That saw's amazing. I love that little saw. Favorite? I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite with this lineup. And then we've already talked about the 880. So that's my setup for firewood. I think I'm covered. And also I'm covered if I want to do some milling. I don't really see any gaps in my collection here. Am I done buying saws? Probably not. There's some other saws I'd like to have. this for me is kind of turned into a little bit of a collection thing. Excuse me. Like I said earlier, some guys buy dirt bikes or side-by-sides or four-wheelers. I buy saws. You could take all these saws on this table, add them all up, and it still wouldn't come close to half of what a freaking side-by-side cost. So pick your passion, I guess, right? I mean, it's whatever you're into. Instead of spending a bunch of money on garbage I don't need, I save for a little bit. And I go buy a new bar for my 880. It costs $100. How many times to the restaurant did I have to really sacrifice to go buy that? Or, just think of all the crap you blow money on. If you redirect your energy, you can accomplish anything, and it's not going to set you back or change your lifestyle much at all. And I would argue that it increases your happiness. Money can't buy you happiness, but running a power saw will definitely put a smile on your face, and that's a fact. All right, so I was wanting to just make a quick video today, but I guess we got a little sidetracked. So that's where I'm at with saws right now. Hopefully I'll get a chain figured out here next day or two, and then I'll update you guys on the 880. I was hoping to put that chain on and go out and stick it in some wood just to make this video a little spicier, but it is what it is. So tomorrow's another day. All right, thanks for watching. Click subscribe, and don't forget that thumbs up. Sorry about the scratchy voice. It's kind of early and I had a lot of coffee. So we'll see you guys in the next video.